أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you very much, Mustansar. Now I would like to invite the master of the ceremony of this conference, Ms. Sidra Iqbal, who is the founding managing director of Status Pro Inc. and a very popular TV artist, TV personality. She continues to excel in a myriad capacity of thus wear many hats, ranging from beginning admired youth ambassadors, development activist, brand consultant, PR practitioner, and being the media anchor person. In summer 2006, Ms. Sidra Iqbal was awarded a full scholarship to attend International Relations Summer Program at Oxford University, UK. After completing her research program, Sidra returned to pursue her calling television talk shows production and hosting, and has many hard-hitting production in her career. Now I would request Ms. Sidra Iqbal to come over to the stage and proceed the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Tariq. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and it's such a pleasure to see such an overwhelming response to our call to all the women entrepreneurs and all the entrepreneurs out there. I see a number of familiar faces from media, from various walks of life, and it's such a pleasure to be amongst this brilliant company. To begin with, the Ladies Fund has always been affiliated with a number of pioneering projects that have empowered women, that have brought up subjects and articulated them for the benefit of the larger society. I'm told that the Ladies Fund is one of the few organizations in the country that has a students' advisory. So kudos to all the students, the advisors who put this event together, who are here volunteering, who actually put the momentum in so that so many others could be here and be a part of this tremendous activity. A big round of applause for all our student volunteers and advisors. I must also add that this was pretty last minute. I must acknowledge the people who were initially planned to be a part of this conference, including a dear friend, Nadia. Nadia Hussain, as you know her to be an enterprising individual, she's a well-known model, an actor, and she's recently started her own footwear brand called Fetish. Unfortunately, she's unable to join us because she's come down with a stomach flu. Yes, I sense the disappointment from this angle especially. Well, nonetheless, she's here in spirit, and we wish her all the best and a speedy recovery. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, what we aspire to do today is to bring to your understanding, bring into the limelight some of the areas that are perhaps very gray, especially for young entrepreneurs. Most of the people I see around me are ones with ideas. You have perhaps studied management as a subject, but still, a number of you fear what would it be like to start up your own enterprises. You may have a brilliant idea, but how do you put it in motion and execute it? Those are the questions that we are aiming to answer. The first panel is going to be about basic entrepreneurship. How do you get the seed capital? How do you get things moving? How do you build a team? And how do you understand the gray areas? You may be, one of our panelists, when we were having an informal discussion, put it really aptly, that it's possible that you make a great dish, a great dessert, perhaps bake a great cake, but how do you make 300 of those with the same quality, the same standard, with the same wonderful taste every day, day in and day out. That's putting a lot at stake, and that's exactly what we learned today. Moving over, we'll also talk about the fact that some of the entrepreneurs, they discover a comfort size. You know, when a business reaches a certain scale, they think it's wonderful. Now I just want to manage and run it as it is. Now, is that a smart approach? How do you scale up? How do the other entrepreneurs from around the world actually have empires, actually diversify, and become household names? We still have to break that barrier at so many levels. So how do you get around doing that? Let's hear it from the experts. Let's hear it from the people who've done it themselves. And to begin this ceremony formally, I would like to invite my dear friend, the lady who's behind putting it all together, the one with the ingenious idea that women are a force, especially women entrepreneurs, that need to be mobilized. Amongst your, please join me in welcoming Tara Uzra Dawood, the lady behind Dawood Capital Management, and this wonderful conference.
Thank you, Sidra, and thank you for stepping in last minute. Nadia really wished she could be with us, but unfortunately has been incomposed today. But thank you all, each and every one of you, bahut shukriya for being here. This all started with an idea. At the end of this year's Ladies Fund Awards, Madiha Sultan Khwaja, who was one of our winners from Lal Chocolates, said she'd like workshops and she'd like to learn from each other. And then I had the privilege of being part of the G20 Girls Summit this summer, as well as the New York Forum in New York, and learned about panel sessions and conferences, and wanted to bring something like this to Pakistan. This idea, which just is a few weeks old, has grown from one initial idea to an entire team's effort, to advisory boards, student advisory boards and volunteers, to over 50 partners and supporters, a very special partner in Avari, a very special series of sponsors in Habib Oil, Mills, Nokia, First Women Bank, GlaxoSmithKline, Domino's, and as I said, over 50 others. We have media partners, a YouTube channel, a Facebook fan page. We also have a Twitter account, and each and every one of you who have not only brought this dream to life, but are continuing it with the Ladies Fund Fellowships, Ladies Fund Scholarships, and Ladies Fund app we're now creating to teach girls lessons over cell phones with the winner of the first fellowship, Ladies Fund Michelle Fellowship this year. And it's all due to you and the energy and effort. So thank each and every one of you. And I also wanted to say very sincerely that if this can begin with an idea, every idea you have, nurture it, believe in it. And I want to hear that the people who are here today are the ones, many whom have already transformed Pakistan, but others will continue to change and transform the country in more and more ways and lead the world. So give yourselves a hand. In addition to all the people I have to thank, including the educational institutions who partnered with us and all the volunteers, I want to also say that we've already scheduled our next event, tentatively to be held January 8th in partnership with the British High Commission as the inauguration of the Ladies Fund Women of Influence Luncheon Series. So this dream is continuing thanks to each and every one of you. And so enjoy today, learn, but have a lot of fun because we're planning to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Uzra. Now, whenever we talk about entrepreneurship, to begin with, the first time I came across this word, I think it was back in O-levels when you start off with your economics. I mean, amongst the various graphs, there's this word, which is obviously French, and you hear about a gazillion various pronunciations of it. So how do you actually differentiate and understand who an entrepreneur is? To begin with, an entrepreneur is different. They are distinct, they are flexible, and they do things differently. And whatever they believe in, they try and practice it. For example, you're presented with an opportunity. You arrive at a conference and you were hoping to get a seat, but you don't. What do? It's all carpeted. Be flexible, and I'm urging all the students out there, you can come around, sit with us on the floor because you're here to learn. And there's no harm in coming forward and sitting down. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our wonderful, enterprising people who can join us up here. Yes, I'm talking to all the people there. Come in for ahead, and you can always sit down. You don't have to wait for a chair. Come on, be risk takers. Encourage them with a round of applause, please. See, you're not making use of your opportunity. Perhaps I should invite another individual who can